One of my old favorite characters in the Ninjago series in its entirety has always been Zane. Zane the Ice Ninja was introduced in Ninjago Dragons Rising in the specialist way possible, and I just wanted to discuss my opinions on what Zane's future will head in future seasons, already directed from comments that the head writers have already stated, and just several other information that's already out there, hinting into the third season of Ninjago. We will also delve into talking about the administration a bit in this video, but let's start off with Zane's first storyline in Ninjago Dragons Rising, the pod that he was stuck in. Now this pod was something, well, very interesting. Master Wu seems to guide Kai and Nia straight to it, and it's just interesting in its entirety because Master Wu is trying to get all the ninja back together. Who wouldn't suggest that Zane would be one of the main core ninja to get back into the team? You need Zane to be there, which hints into the kind of next direction I want to import here. In the first part of season 1, Zane seems to be more of a guide, or like the sort of person that Lloyd can direct a conversation to and ask for their opinion. A more direct approach when you're talking to family or to another person, Zane seems to be more of a companion piece or more of a moral support guide, a bright light than anything, if that does make sense. Zane seems to be there with the Source Dragon in the first part of this, at the end of part 1, sorry. It wasn't shown in part 2. Lloyd did go for Ryu on the other hand, but Zane's going to be there with Lloyd to discuss obviously gameplay and motives, any brand new information to gather off the merge. And I think this is something that should be key for future seasons, because Zane is obviously a Ninjaroid. He's an advanced robot. Something that you will need in times of a weird era where everything's brand new to the world. So using Zane as a human/robot is potentially a great story. And I think the writers acknowledged this in the first part, and they've not really hinted to it after this part, and I think it's for a special reason. Now, why was Zane in this pod? Still not under discussion. Plenty of theories go out there that Pixel has done this. Pixel did this on purpose. Or maybe Master Wu has done this on purpose to hide him away from someone. Why was he in his Dragons Rising suit? Why was this and that input and in place? Who's to say? Zane does not remember any events in between. Maybe Zane had another Ice Emperor malfunction or some story. Who's to really say? I have to admit for a fact that the pod will have an importance in a future season from what the Doc Wyatt had said at the end of last year. We'll obviously find out more information. Now, going into basically more stuff about Zane so far in Dragons Rising, something that I find that's very important for part 1 and part 2 of season 1, and it plays an important part in season 2, and it should play a bit of an important part to getting Jay hopefully back, is the administration has a lot to do with Zane. Now, they want to capture Zane, literally throw him in the barrel, burn him alive, and Zane's obligated to do all that as long as his friends don't get hurt, which is great character development. Obviously, we know Zane is built to protect those who cannot protect themselves. It's a beautiful story, and if that's keep getting pushed, that's perfectly fine. It's who Zane is at heart and at core. Now, just taking out the park for a second, the administration we so far know just a bit about. We know it is obviously reassigning people. People wait in line for centuries, decades, millennium, just to get a paperwork signed for no reason, in my opinion. The administration is interesting. Fully at heart, I am interested and in accord to find out what specifics Zane has played a bit of a part to, or if they even could have put him in the pod. I just like this idea that Zane has a lot to do with the administration. Maybe even the head could be Pixel, having a sort of similar story to Jay. But who's to really say? I think it's a concurring story with this. Ninjago Dragons Rising doesn't want to talk about the administration much, but I believe the third season may delve into that in particular. Now, something I find also very interesting is something or someone who is missing from Zane's current life. Someone who is currently missing and is in importance to Zane's hard drive. He's importance, he's heart, he's soul, and he's humanity. Pixel. Pixel, well, let's just say this. She's an amazing character. I want her to return as much as the next. I do believe if Ninjago Dragons Rising doesn't make a return in the first 2 seasons, that's pretty interesting. Admittedly, I would like to get a hint by season 2, end of it. Some hint where Pixel is. Sorry for the yawn. I just want to know where she is in particular. Just a little nod, at least, as, yeah, she may be mentioned here and there, but this is 10 years of Rebooted, and I would have liked to at least see a key hint to him, in any way, her, Pixel, in any way, but I could also see them doing this properly in next year's season. Obviously, it'll be 10 years of possession and Rebooted. Pixel did get, cut, and become a hard drive in Zane. I don't think I'd like to see that again. Even though it was fun at the time, I think Zane definitely needed that for the first couple of years, him being a titanium ninjoid. But I don't think he needs that again in this merge realms. I think having 2 key robots may play an important part, but maybe the writers feel different. Maybe Pixel needs to be an AI again. Who's to say? I do not like that format. I think Pixel deserves a physical form. But in all honesty, I can't obviously wait to see what comes next. Pixel will obviously have a bit of a story. I feel like it will be similar to what they're doing for Jay, giving him an actual story. Admittedly, Jay's character hasn't had a much, nor has Pixel's had any story realistically. I'll be real with you. If you want to mention a Pixel story focused, episodes like the one Crystallized where she's literally taking Zane to Cyrus Borg, or in season 11 where she's literally taking down the preeminent. Those are high mentions, in my opinion, of good character episodes for her, just outside of everything that's going on that season. But in particular, she hasn't had much to do since Hands of Time and Sons of Gammon Unhunted. So yeah, I would, or even the Oni trilogy in its general. I definitely want to see Pixel back. But Pixel will obviously drive his Zane story as well. So realistically, chucking the 3rd season, mixing it apart, you got a good story for both those 2 characters. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section about Zane so far in Ninjago Dragons Rising. If you want me to do more discussion videos, sort of just like this for these ninja, especially our 6 core ninja that we've grown up with for the last 12 years at this point, let me know. It's going to be pretty easy to do a Lloyd and Kai one. I know people are sort of confused on where Nia's story will also go in the future. She doesn't seem to have much development. It's sort of why I made this one about Zane today. But the first 3 ninja that come to mind that have had a lot of development in Ninjago Dragons Rising so far is actually all 5 of them that have appeared. I think everyone, even including Jay for the short time he has had, have gotten new perspectives. I've spoken now today about Zane's. If you want to see more like this, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.